What is up, YouTube? It's your boy JoeBarber. It is Thursday. It's about 9:30 something in the morning. It's later in the morning, but still morning. No, it's about 9 because I just dropped off my son at school. So anyways, just jumping online. Wanted to make this video real quick. Wanted to talk about perseverance, man. And I want to say, through all the crap that we're going through right now, through all the stuff that we're going through in our country right now with inflation, it's tough. It's tough for a lot of us mentally. And I want to talk about perseverance. About it's all in the mind, how we perceive things, how things happen, what we allow to happen, what we give power to, what we focus on. There's a lot of things, and a lot of us have never been taught how to process pain, how to process failure, how to process victory. We don't know these things, those are things that a lot of people don't talk about. So it's tough. Damn, something's burning. Sorry. It's tough when you're dealing with it, and and you don't have someone to confide in. You don't have anyone to talk to. It's real tough, and especially in our culture. A lot of our culture is like, "Hey, man, I want that day. Like, just take it, bro. Take it on the chin, and just keep on trucking." So then we, whatever we're dealing with, whatever trauma, whatever issues, we bury that stuff inside of us. Then later on it comes out, or it affects our relationships. It affects our job. It affects our friendships. A lot of things that it can tarnish because we keep it inside. And I know this because that happens to me recently, just in my relationship. I had a lot of things that I wasn't even aware of, like, that I was doing, because I would never reflect on myself. I was never taught to reflect and be like, all right, Joe, what did you do today that was good? What did you do that was bad? What could you fix? What could you do better? Where are your weaknesses at? And those are the conversations that you have to have with yourself and keep yourself accountable. I've never had that. I just started doing that because I was watching videos, with Dr. Joe Dispenza, Bob Proctor, Eric Thomas. Like, these are the people that I follow. These are the people I listen to. And there's other gentlemen that I follow. I can't just remember their names off the top of my head right now. But I was doing a lot of that in the mornings, doing a lot of self-development instead of watching ESPN, which I would regularly do. I started working on myself, and I started saying, like, man, because the thing with me is I never wanted to feel like I was inadequate. I never wanted to feel like I was not enough, but that's the insecurity that kind of allowed me to flourish with my talents. Because I was so insecure, I felt like I had to go over the top. Because I was so insecure with myself that I felt like I had to do my very best at all times. And that's what pushed me to be great, right? But then it becomes an obsession. Then you become a slave to that, thinking that not so much about giving your best, but you're so addicted to trying to be the best that you forget the little things around you. And yeah, man, in life, it's gonna take sacrifices. It's definitely gonna take sacrifices. And you're gonna feel pain, regardless if you're chasing your dream or not. You're gonna feel pain. So that I say that to say this, that either way, it's gonna happen. So you gotta choose. Listen to people say, like, life is hard. You gotta just choose your heart. It's hard being broke, and it's hard being responsible. When you're successful, it takes a lot. It does. And unless you experience it, you won't believe it. You just think like it's like, you see the finished product for a lot of people, and you think like, oh man, I can do that. I could run a business. I could be a millionaire. I could be this. I could be that. I could be an NBA player. I could be whatever it is that you're chasing. Until you get there and you're like, oh, damn, like, everybody's tugging at you. You have responsibilities. And you ain't got nobody pushing you but yourself. And you got to listen to yourself. And you got to deal with yourself. So, these are all the things that I'm learning, that I've learned. And I just want to share that with you guys because I don't know who needs to hear this out there, but I'm just trying to be the person that I need for myself. And I know there's people out there that are hurting. I know people, they fell once, they fell twice, they fell 10 times, and they want to give up. I want to give up. I get to that point where my spirit is crushed because of, decisions that I make or not being present in the moment or not being aware of specific things that I do or say or how I respond or how I'm not organized or whatever it is, right? Sometimes I can be too straightforward with people and I offend them. And then in my mind I'm like, dog, like, this is life, bro. Like, you can't be offended, you know what I'm saying? But they're not like me. People are not like me, and people don't think like me, and people haven't been down the path that I've been, so I can't expect them to be that way, and especially now, the generation now, a lot of guys have been spoon-fed. They've been given participation trophies, and all this stuff that they expect things just to happen, that we're supposed to do this and supposed to do that, and that's why, and I'm telling you, that's why I want to open my school. And it's been difficult, man. It's been difficult for me. And it's not that it's impossible, because it's not that, man. It's just like there's a lot of little things that I didn't do right, and it really is like it's hindering me, and it sucks because I didn't learn business. I didn't learn about, about how to do your taxes, what's your write-offs, and what's your profit and loss, and what do you expect to make this year, and all that kind of stuff. Like, I didn't learn how to do all that, man. And then for me, I like being the creative person that I am. I want to create artwork. I want to do haircuts and just cut hair and make money, and I want to inspire guys around me. But when I talk about inspiring guys, there's still expectations. I want someone to be at the shop on time. I want someone to stay late. Like, grind, bro. Like, get it. Be here. Do the footwork, man. It takes a year or two to build up a good clientele. Then you can switch your schedule up, and then people work around your schedule. But you got to prove it first, and I don't see a lot of people wanting to prove it. You know what I mean? So it's hard, man. It really is hard. When you're trying to inspire, when you're trying to be a CEO, when you're trying to be a barber, and you have to keep your clientele up. Because you got bills that are at the barbershop, and then you got your house bills. You got your own bills from the crib, like little stuff, and it all adds up, whether you got rent, mortgage, insurance, life insurance, cell phone, health insurance, you got, your gym membership, Netflix, Spotify, YouTube, whatever you're paying for, all that stuff, the way you want your life to be, you got to be able to make enough money to take care of that, your groceries, your dogs, your kids, basketball, buying clothes, your food, groceries. Like, bro, it adds up. Next thing you know, you're like, damn, man, I gotta make damn near, $2,000 a week just to survive. And when you start feeling that pressure of, like being an owner, and then, it's a lot mentally where you just want to give up. You're just like, man, I just want to, and especially when, like, in my circumstances, I have my business partner, which was my significant other, but now we're not together, and I have to carry the weight. I got to carry that weight by myself, and I can't like reach out and be like, oh, okay, well, this needs to get done, that needs to get done, and this is what I'm going through, It's like, nah, bro, like, you got to deal with this on your own now. And then it gets lonely when you want to be successful. It gets lonely sometimes, not all the time, but it gets lonely when you're going through the valleys. You know, and I often say that, and it sucks that I say it, but the thing is, when you're shining, bro, and people are, you know, loving you, and you're on fire, it's like, you know, it's like a basketball player. Like, man, when you're an all-star MVP, everybody's rooting for you. But as soon as you're not that, bro, people are quick to throw you under the bus. People are quick to judge you. People are quick to just talk down on you. And it's easy to talk down on people now because you just write whatever the hell you want to write on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever. Not knowing that, yeah, man, that really does bother people, because it's like, damn, y'all really think y'all are quick to forget about all the stuff that I've done, you know, and you get nothing for it. And as soon as you start not having that kind of value, people are quick to turn their back on you, man. And that's just what it is, because people are not in love with you. They're in love with what you bring to the table and what you can do for them. That's it. A lot of times that's what it is. And you can't dwell on that and be like, you can't sit there and be like, man, that sucks and I hate this. And you can't do that, because all you're doing is drinking poison and expecting the other person to die, and it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And I've learned that, you know, and you have expectations on how you want to live your life and what you want to do. And a lot of times people are going to let you down because you have your expectations set, you know, the way you do. And it's not always going to match up, bro. And it's sad. It sucks, but it's life. So I'm just saying that because whoever's listening out there, man, y'all got to know that it's not always sunshines and rainbows, like the way Rocky says right in the movie when he's talking to his son. Life will hit you hard, bro. And it's just like, are you going to be able to take that hit and bounce back? Sometimes you just want to tap out. And then it's like, when is it right for you to tap out, you know? I know a lot of people that wouldn't even tap in because they're afraid of failure. But if you're afraid of failure, you're afraid of success. You can't succeed unless you try. And if you're afraid to fail, then you're not gonna try. And that's just what it is. And it happens. A lot of people just they don't even try. So for y'all guys out there that are trying, for you guys out there that are really chasing a dream, I commend you, because it takes a lot to do that. It takes a lot to want to be successful, a lot of planning, and you're gonna fail. I promise you, you're gonna fail. One way or another, you'll fail. But I'll tell you this, man, don't give up. Sometimes you got to realign yourself. And what I'm sharing with y'all right now is basically, you know, what I've gone through and what I'm going through right now. It's like, you can say you wanna be successful all you want, man, but you got to be able to take the punches. Not everybody's gonna support you. You know, not everybody's gonna see your vision. Not everybody's gonna believe in you the way you want them to. And people are gonna tell you what they want you to hear in order for them to try to be around you. But when the tough gets going, man, it's you gotta find a way to get through it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find a way inside of you. And you can't share everything with everyone, man. You can't share like your battles with everyone. Unfortunately, you have to you really have to deal with that on your own. Like, deal with it within yourself. If you have someone you can confide in and talk to, someone that's a mentor, that's a little bit older, that's already experienced life, I would recommend that. I have a few people that I can talk to, but it's hard for me to open up and share like the deep stuff, like the things that do hurt me, or the fears, or, you know, the trauma and all that kind of stuff. Because to open up like that, you really gotta like be comfortable with who you are. And not everybody's comfortable with who they are. So, some people are ashamed of who they are and where they come from, and that's a mental thing. But as a sign of maturity, you will get to a point where you have to deal with who you are and what you've been through in your life. I wouldn't go back and change anything in my life because it made me who I am, but man, there's some stuff that was messed up that I didn't process right, or I didn't identify it early enough. And I'm doing it now, so that's all that matters. But y'all guys out there that are struggling, or y'all really want to be successful in life, man, it's going to take a lot more than just dreaming. And it's going to take a lot more than a couple of weeks or a couple of months or a couple of years. It takes a lot of time, man. I've been doing this 20 years and I still can't get it right. But I'm trying, and I'm pushing. I really am. I mean, I have a dream. I have a vision. I have a lot of experience. I just don't always have all the support that I need. And that's the big thing for me, is like the support. Like, man, I wish I had all the support that, what you put out into the universe, what you put out into your world and your life, it comes back to you. I try to put out as much positive all the time. I don't try to focus on the negative, but I do focus on a lot of negativity indirectly. I point out things that I shouldn't even be concerned with. And I'm learning how to not do that. So my thing is, like, I'm just trying to be successful, not for my sake. It's more for my family and for my community, people around me. Yes, I do want to make money, and yes, I want to get compensated for my knowledge and my time. I don't want to be a slave behind the chair for another 20 years or 15 years, not even 10 years. At the most, I want to cut hair for 5 more years if I need to. But if I'm able to open my school and able to teach and travel and build my empire and make products, and create solutions for barbers, which is what I want to do. That's what I want to like go after. I mean, I want to buy my own house and do my own thing. But it's hard, bro. It's hard, like, because if you're not doing your taxes, if you're not, keeping up with maintenance, life's gonna hit you, bro. You could be doing everything right. Next thing you know, your car breaks down. You have these issues, and you still got to make time to do that. And one thing I'll tell you, man, if you have someone in your corner, if you have a wife or whatever, you got to make sure that you take care of that relationship, especially if they're very supportive in your life. You gotta nurture that, because a lot of times you don't know what you got until it's gone, and then once it's gone forever, and then you gotta restart and rebuild on that as well. So imagine trying to pour into 4 or 5 different cups, and it's only you. There's only so much of you that you can pour out. And when you're pouring out into your customers, or you're pouring out into your business, or you're pouring out into your hobbies, or you're pouring out into your workout, whatever it is, you're pouring out energy. There's only so much energy you wake up with. And by the time you get done, you're like, damn, man, I only poured, an ounce into my dream. I only poured half an ounce into my relationship. I only poured, half an ounce into my workout, whatever. You start thinking like that, you're going to exclude a lot of people, and you're going to have to sacrifice hobbies. You're going to have to sacrifice other things because your priorities have to be in order. And these are all things that I'm learning, man. These are all things that I've processed and that I'm going through. So it's a challenge, but you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So hopefully this message helps somebody, and hopefully, these words resonate with somebody, and it's something that someone needed to hear, because I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm just sharing my moment right now, my what I'm processing, and I'm just sharing it. It has nothing to do with, I always say that I don't care about the views and all that, man. If I get 5 views, I'm cool with that. But if those 5 people were able to connect with me and it made a difference in your life, then that's better than me getting 1 million views like I've done before with haircuts and stuff. But barbering is way bigger than haircuts, man. It's way bigger than designs. It's way bigger than talent. It's way bigger than all that stuff. So The things that all these other barbers, man, I be talking about, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to teach, and that's what I want to connect with, because that's my gift, you know. And no one can duplicate this. No one can steal my idea. No one can try to, impersonate me or whatever. So it's me. This is me, and this is my life, and this is what I do. And as much as I want to help, man, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of inner work to be able to be the best that you can be, and you got to be ready for it. So, all right, man. Well, that's the end. That's the end of my my TED talk, and hopefully I'll have something more positive, some more positive news in the future. Once I get my school open, you know, I got to do a lot of work today and go to the bank and turn in all these papers, and trying to get a bank credit line, a business credit line, so I can move forward with the school. And maybe I don't even need it. I don't know. I got to see what's up. I got to figure things out, but I'm moving forward with it. It takes time, and I have to be patient and not rush it. But I'm very impatient right now because I've been working on this for almost a year, man, and it's been rough. It's been rough because I don't always have free time. I don't make time to work on it entirely. I'm constantly trying to cut hair, run the shop, and do this, and take care of my kids and my dogs and all this other stuff. So, like I said, you got to make your priorities set, and you got to stick with them. And unfortunately, right now, I need the help of my CPA. So I'm waiting for her to respond. And once she responds to me, then I'll know what to do and head that way and go get work done. I have 2 tickets to the Bad Bunny concert, and I'm not even able to go. It's in Houston, so that's not going to happen. But that's what it takes, man. Sacrifice. You got to sacrifice. All right, man. Well, y'all stay blessed and y'all stay faded.